recording with power.
Yeah.
Right. What up, Twitch world?
What's up,
Welcome to a
Twitch?
new episode of the Pulling These podcast. Uh, yeah, where we take a trip to Smack City, talk about shit about some pop culture. We were also recording the podcast right now simultaneously.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Uh, I'm your host, Big L, with me as always.
For Diablo.
It's DJ Ernie B.
Oh yeah,
Them hip hop sounds.
sound effects are looking good, right? Sounding good right now.
They sound official.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do the best with what we got.
During these trying times.
Yeah.
I feel like such a hermit right now.
Yeah, really. I see DJ Ernie B's growing a Chandler haircut during the quarantine.
It's puffy.
You're gonna start wearing vests.
No. What is it? The sweater vest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can my hair be any more puffy?
What about the weenus?
China had puffy hair though.
He had like that split that came out in the front like that.
It's because my hair's wavy, so it's wavy right
Yeah.
here. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, he had like that thing coming down.
Because
Like that
comb my hair
90s haircut.
Yeah, you got that white boy haircut, Ernie.
Yeah. Wow.
Like a Hispanic Sean from Boy Meets World.
No, that's what is it? The bowl haircut.
It was a ball.
Yeah, because it was like that penis haircut.
But he cut it
Like
short.
split.
Didn't he cut it short towards the end though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they finally let him.
Yeah.
He did it. He wanted to change for so long, and then finally they're like, "Yo, this is the last season." He's like, "Can I cut my fucking hair now and grow a beard like a man?" And like, yeah, sure.
I thought he
That's
grew
why he
that
had
too
the
because I thought he grew that because he got into drugs.
No, I don't know if he did.
He looks like it.
Hey man, he voiced Batman Beyond, man. They don't do drugs.
Oh,
Oh
that was
no,
him.
that's Will Friedle. That's Eric.
Oh,
Sean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Sean is Fred's son.
Yeah, Sean had that weird ass shit. Yeah. He's like, I'm dating a black girl, I need to grow a beard.
Her family don't respect me.
They sound too
true.
soft.
Yeah, keep making fun of my hair. I gotta get a buzz cut.
Yeah. Yeah, he did have a terrible fucking hairstyle though for
Yeah.
most of the season, most of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was like, that was like his gimmick, as like the teen bopper, like they're like, oh, like I'm assuming his agent or manager is like, you got to keep that look, you got to keep that, image. That's what's making you money right now.
That Disney shit.
if the hair is making money, the hair.
Because that's why he probably did that Cabin Fever movie right after Boys Meets World, right?
Yeah,
Try something different.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
they always do that. All of them, all the like
Yeah.
child actors need to do something raunchy.
Yeah, let me do some grotesque
Fuck it.
horror
Yeah.
films right now.
Perfect example,
Scrooge.
Elizabeth Berkley,
No, Showgirls.
Showgirls, right?
Yeah. Perfect example.
Yeah.
So I had to just go, nah, I'm gonna go fucking balls out.
And that was
Do
like
this.
right after Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like
Wait.
immediately after Saved by the Bell, she did
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta show my tits now.
They were still airing reruns.
Yep.
I was like, damn. They probably still make money off of those reruns, don't they?
I'm sure they do.
do. Oh, the reruns? Yeah. That's why they the last season with Tori, they only recorded 10 episodes. And they're like, hey, we're 10 away from, or like 14 away from doing the 100. Because they had to do 100 episodes to
100
go into,
like,
go into syndication.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, let's just record like 10 more episodes or whatever it was. And that's where they brought in Tori
Ugh.
to like, you know what I mean? To
So they don't
like,
have to pay other people.
no. I think Jesse and Kelly wanted to do other shit because after that, like, Kelly went back to the college years.
Yeah, she did.
But
Yeah.
But I know Elizabeth Berkley like just went off and did Showgirls, but
Didn't work out for
like
Kelly.
No, Kelly didn't go to Kelly wasn't on the college years in the beginning though. I think she came like later on or
Yeah, she
something.
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
she came later on, and then eventually she was on 90210.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some cop show I remember.
I don't remember.
Some
I know
cop
she's
show on
always like,
Fox.
uh,
Oh yeah, I think that cop show with Bill Bellamy. I think.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully I
Oh
can remember
shit.
that shit. But
Yeah,
it was like
I
Bill
remember.
Bellamy and the bully from I Can't Hardly Wait. The jock.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it? Weren't they trying to do Mob Squad or some shit like that? Wasn't that Mob Squad?
No,
No,
that was a
that
movie
was a
that came
movie.
out with
Okay, I know the
Claire
movie,
Danes or
but I thought
something.
they were trying to do a show. I was thinking they were trying to do a show.
no, that was like I want to say it was called like the Hard Line or some early 2000s shit. Like
Yeah,
Catch.
not
it was
late
like
90s.
not memorable at all.
Yeah, we have fast cars and our sets are not bright.
Yeah.
Flash blazing.
The cameras get really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
Mark
bring
Paul Gosselaar did that. I always remember. I thought he was hilarious in what's it? Oh shit! I forgot the name of the movie.
Dead
I
Man on
just had it.
Campus.
Dead Man on Campus.
Yeah,
He was like a stoner, and he was like
yeah.
he was still like Zach if Zach was like a
I
stoner
went to
or some
college.
shit.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Yeah, I
like
went to
Mr.
college
Jack.
and like was like fucking and Daddy Sir Black.
I
It's
think
crazy about Mark Paul because he was always decent in all his shit he did after Saved by the Bell, but the shows like I think the Franklin and Bash show is the one that lasts the longest. I think,
Oh yeah,
and he's on a new show, Mixish,
mix this. Yeah,
Mix-
I
which
think
is
he's
crazy because he replaced one of the guys from Workaholics. Workaholics, yeah.
yeah.
Anders,
Oh yeah, he
yeah. Because
plays him.
no, he replaced him on the show
Oh.
because they had him on the show, and then like I guess they replaced him with Mark Paul Goslin. They were like, oh, we got Zach Morris,
don't remember that
Yeah,
one.
huh?
I don't remember that one.
No, that's the new show. Mixed
mixed
it.
dish.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Mixed
thought you
dish.
said he replaced this guy in Workaholics for
Oh
an
No,
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 no.
episode.
no, no, no.
Oh,
No, it
It's
seems
Zach
like the
Morris.
guy Durs
Yeah,
from Workaholics was he. I guess he was that character in the pilot or something.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause
oh,
yeah,
I
he
see, I
was in the
see.
trailers. He was in like in everything, but then like all of a sudden they replaced him. I guess that
Mm,
wasn't feeling him like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
So there's
they
like
they have they have a reputation. Like, did you hear like how like I think Patrice O'Neill was talking? I think it was Patrice O'Neill. He was like talking shit about them, the Workaholics guys, because Durs acts like he's like I don't care and whatever, and he has his hair all like combed. He's that guy that like I think we're too cool for this. You know how
really,
Adam is very like, oh, I'm Adam, and whatever. He's
yeah,
very, and then Blake is just a stoner, like doesn't give a fuck. But then Darius is very like, oh, I'm cool and shit. So like,
wow,
Patricia was like, fuck that guy, that guy sucks.
damn, really?
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was Patricia Neal. I know it was a comedian that was like, yo, this guy just
Because I was
sucks.
like, Patricia O'Neill was alive during
Yeah, it was
Workaholics.
like, yeah, it was like 2010, 11 ish.
Oh, okay.
Like when I don't, it might be someone else. I might be thinking of someone else, but I just remember there was a comedian that was just like, and it was a black comedian that was just like, these guys suck.
Oh, okay. It
But
sounds
it's
like
just, it sounds to me like it's Durs that he just acts like an asshole.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's just me.
yeah. I always found it weird. I'm like, yo, how they replace them like that though? And I was like,
He probably
which,
has like a pompous attitude or some shit.
which is funny because he was in another show before that, well, that Mindy Carlin produced. That he was like running a gym and like she was like his girlfriend from back in the day, but they had a kid together he didn't know about.
I
So
remember.
the kid comes back to like stay with him or whatever
Yeah,
because he wanted to go to like theater class because the kid was gay and they had like a gay actor, which brings us back to the Saved by the Bell because that kid is in
he's
the
a
new Saved by
he's
the
a
Bell.
girl.
He's a girl now, like
Yeah,
she's a girl now, like
yeah.
she got the. I'm like, damn, this dude, because I remember watching the show because it was a funny show. I forgot I think it's called Champions or some shit like that.
I
It
know
was a funny
exactly what you're
show.
talking about. But
Yeah,
I remember the name. And that kid was the kid that was in New Girl when like they had like a little prom. He was like, oh my god, blah blah blah. This is not. He had like little glasses. He was like a little kid that was just gay.
Oh, yeah,
So, but he
yeah,
was funny. And then
yeah,
he
yeah.
was in Glee for like a season or half a season.
Oh,
And so it's like he like sings and dance, and
okay, yeah,
he
yeah,
eventually this is Say by the Bell. So I was like, yo, is that him? I'm assuming
yeah,
it's her now, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
he
Cause
had like an award. He got an award for being like a someone who advocates being gay, being young and gay, and
yeah, yeah,
stuff like that. But he's a funny actor, so
yeah.
actress. Let's see how it goes and Say by the Bell.
All right.
Yeah, they getting real dark. The reboot, well, the
Yeah,
sequel series. It looks like they're taking a more grounded
I like
view.
that. Like I like what Slater was like. Oh, I remember fighting over a girl. Oh, it's for your mom.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, and then I got like your mom. So he
yeah.
was like,
Then I started dating your mom.
so it's like oh, that's like Zach and Jesse's kids.
Yeah,
Like their
yeah,
sons, and they grew up together, or whatever. And they're like Zach and Slater, like friends, but like hate each other, frenemies.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Frenemies.
assuming says. What's
Yeah.
happening.
And I'm assuming Zach's like a deadbeat. Like, well, not deadbeat, but he's hardly around because he's in like Mark Paul is in the show, but I don't think he's gonna be like a regular. He's gonna make
Mm,
appearance.
Okay.
He's like the governor of California in the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
that's that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it started
But
already?
Nah, it's gonna start like in a few months or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
I forgot what they're showing like on the Peacock app, right? For the
oh, it's an
NBC.
app. I thought it was like TV.
Now it's like the
Not
streaming
streaming
service
thing.
that NBC's doing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. That was all about the streaming right now.
Yeah, sure.
You're stuck in 2018, Ernie.
No,
Got
because eventually it'll get free somewhere. So it's like I'll
Oh
just watch
yeah,
it when all the like YouTube. What is it like YouTube Red, where it's like you pay for YouTube or some shit, whatever it is.
yeah. Like
Fuck out of here! I was like, I'll wait, and then like 3 months later, I was like, oh, now I get to watch that documentary that I wanted to watch
For
now
about
you can
Louis
free.
watch
Roman and
Cobra,
shit.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, finally I get to watch Cobra Kai. Yeah,
Oh, it came out
Finally
for free
watch
now?
it.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think the first season's on like regular YouTube now. You could check it out.
Oh,
gotcha.
cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not paying for fucking YouTube.
No.
Exactly. Me neither.
Fuck out of
Fuck
here.
out of here.
After all those times I pressed no thanks, no, I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
Follow
paying.
us on YouTube, guys. Everybody on Twitch,
yeah.
follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
Subscribe.
crazy. Like, there's so many options now than
Hmm.
before.
Ugh.
Like, oh, we could do this, or we could be here, or we could be there. Fuck it.
It's
It's
true.
not like the two. It's not like Facebook or or YouTube anymore.
That's the
Mhm.
apocalypse that's coming. The streaming apocalypse.
The streaming apocalypse.
Yeah, man. It's gonna happen. Watch. It's gonna be too many streaming services and
Oh yeah,
it's
of
gonna blow
course.
up the internet.
The one that just came out, Quibi, that shit's about to go
Oh
down.
yeah, I heard about Quibi.
What happened with Quibi?
It's like a
Because
new
it's like
streaming service.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing is like their thing was like, oh, our shows are only like 10 minutes long, so it's really quick and people just watch it or whatever. Like Reno 911 is on there now,
Yeah.
the new season, but it's only 10 minutes episodes.
Hmm.
But the thing with them is that they didn't do any research, so you only could watch it on your phone. There's
Oh
like
yeah.
there's no way you could watch it on your TV. They didn't do none of that like how everybody else is doing it.
Hmm.
They decided to just be like, oh, let's do some shit like it's like early 2010 or some shit like that. You just have it on your phone, and that's it. So that you can't even share what you're watching to other social media places. Like,
Hmm.
Gotcha.
oh, check out this clip or whatever. They didn't even have that.
No share feature.
Damn.
So it was like one of the guy who created it was like, oh, the coronavirus is really affecting us right now. Like, and everybody started cracking on him. It was like, no, dude. It's like, yo, your biggest name was like Reno 911, and it's like,
That's all they have.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only
Damn.
thing people are probably interested in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Crazy.
These companies are gonna come and go really fast.
Oh yeah, because everybody thinks they could do it. Like so
Yeah,
simple. Like it's like what content that you have that is gonna make me want to pay for it.
exactly.
And
It's not
have
just
this already.
Yeah.
I want to make a streaming service and put it up, and I'm just gonna get money. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah. Even that the HBO Max is gonna fuck over Disney Universe, so eventually they're already talking
Oh, you
about it.
think so?
Yeah, because I tagged you in the article the other day on Facebook about it, but they announced the second season of Doom Patrol for
Oh,
HBO
right,
Max.
right, right.
And I'm like, yo, wasn't this like a DC Universe original? Like,
Oh, DC
no,
Universe. I thought you said Disney.
oh no, no, DC.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're definitely absorbing DC Universe.
yeah. Even Disney Plus, they moved up the Hamilton play like to July because they were supposed to release it next year, but they were like they have no content, and it's like people are stuck at home, so they're like, yo, we have to get some new shit
Yeah,
out
man.
here. So they're like, oh, Hamilton, the play that everybody wants to see, we're gonna have it on our streaming service in July. So and you have Lin Manuel as Hamilton, which
Mhm.
he doesn't do it anymore on a Broadway show.
Yeah.
So people are gonna be like, oh shit, I want to see this now because I've been trying to
Yeah.
buy tickets for this for years and I can't because it's cost like $2,000 probably.
God damn.
No, tickets are mad expensive. I think one ticket is like $1,000 or some shit like that. It's
Holy.
crazy. It's to the point they have like
But
a little.
why?
It's the hype. It's
Is
like
that
yeah,
yeah?
it's the
That's what I was getting at. It was like it's just hype. It's like my nephew. I remember when it came out, my nephew like knew the songs, and I was like, why the fuck would you
yeah,
give a shit about Hamilton? Like why is this cool? This doesn't
yeah.
make sense to me. Why is this cool?
Everybody's a theater kid now.
Yeah, like even me, you would think I would care. Like I like theater, but like I'm like, why is this a thing? Like why is it so expensive? Get out of here. This is like some
Because they
bullshit.
did something new. They're like, oh, it's hip hop, and it's like
Yeah,
it's like the
like
president's rapping. It's like the founding fathers rapping about.
exactly.
Oh God.
So it's just
It's
like
crazy
this
though.
dumb.
Uh, Jen, my wife, she uh she was on Groupon like way before like when it first
Yeah,
started. So
yeah.
on Groupon they had like the preview shows like for Hamilton, and
Mhm.
she was like, the tickets are like $30. I didn't get to do. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I was like, yo, we could have saw that shit for like mad cheap, and we could have
Yeah.
been like mad snobby about it.
Like
Like,
I paid $30 for it.
yeah, we watched it before it got mainstream.
Alexander Hamilton was black.
Yeah. Oh, motherfucker own slaves, but it's
Yeah.
problematic.
Mhm.
Very.
But Disney Plus is just they're just going off right now because the Mandalorian is like the first big hit they have on that streaming
Right.
service.
I can't wait for season two.
Season two already got Boba Fett coming through.
Yeah,
And
man.
fire.
It's gonna be so good.
They gotta have
I'm hoping.
the actor who played Django Fett in Attack of the Clones
Yeah.
come back to play Boba Fett in this one.
I hear Commander Rex is supposed to be coming back too.
Yeah, because they could use the same guy because they're
Yeah.
all clones of
Yeah,
this series.
exactly.
Which is dope because it's like they're using a lot of characters from the anime series, like from Rebels and Clone Wars, because they got Ahsoka.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's right.
Rosario Dawson's gonna play her in a series, and there's a rumors talking about she might have her own like spin-off series on Disney Plus.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So yeah, Disney Plus is like, all right, we're gonna give you some Star Wars, but it's gonna be like Star Wars that people are gonna actually be interested in, because they're fans of the Clone Wars and Rebels, and they had Sir Bean. I don't know if you guys watch Rebels, the anime
I've like
series.
dabbled here and
Mhm.
there. That's why I know about like General Commander Rex.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was in the Clone Wars too, but he's in Rebels also. Like he plays a big part in that. And there's
Yeah,
another Mandalorian, Sabine, and she's gonna be in the new season of the Mandalorian. So
I heard about that too.
yeah, and they got this other character from the Clone Wars. I forgot her fucking name right now, but Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica. Like she voiced her in the cartoons. Now she's gonna play her in a live action.
Oh, dope.
And she was the one that had the dark saber sword before it
Oh
got
yeah, the Hot Topic
transformed.
Mandalorian girl.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the girl from Rebels that's gonna be
Oh,
in it.
okay, okay, okay.
This other character was the one that had well, she had it too for a while on the
Yeah.
show, but she gave it back to Katie Sackhoff's character who's gonna
Oh,
appear,
okay.
and that was the last time we saw the dark saber. So when this dude had it at the end of season one, everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, how the fuck he got that shit?" So now everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, they're all coming back to get the dark saber from this dude, and they're gonna help the Mandalorian fight him or some shit." Like mad theories going around
Oh,
right now.
I can't
So
wait. Oh, it's gonna be so
Dope.
good.
should be a good season. Like
Yeah.
I think that really saved Disney Plus right now because
Yeah.
everything else they had on there was good, but it's like they want new shit. Like,
That's the best show they had.
yeah, until like the Marvel shows come out, and that's gonna take a while now.
Yeah, that's what they need. If they release those, people are gonna be good for the whole quarantine.
Oh yeah, it's like give me everything, but hopefully we're not in fucking quarantine when them shits come out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully.
like I don't want to see this Mandalorian season 2, and I'm still doing this shit.
Yo.
God damn it! From the whole, well, the season's already over, so they might, that's what's crazy to me because they already finished filming the second season, so like they're like letting go, leaking all this shit that all these people are gonna be in it. I'm like, God damn, the fuck they kept this shit all secret for so
Yeah,
long.
from all the behind the scenes stuff, I see it's like pretty easy for them to film this show because they have like this huge green screen that like plays not a green screen, just like a huge LCD screen that like
Mhm.
changes backgrounds and you could like
Oh yeah,
film a scene mad quick and make it look
yeah.
mad real.
Mhm. All thanks to George Lucas for doing that shit in the prequels.
Yeah,
They can
right.
make it mad. It's mad convenient for TV now. Look at that.
Yep.
They can do mad like Star Wars TV shows like nothing now. Back then it would have been
Oh
mad
man,
expensive to do that shit.
I can imagine.
So we might get an Ahsoka spinoff. We gotta get an
That'd be cool.
Obi-Wan spinoff.
I want
Mad,
that Obi-Wan
mad
show
content.
so bad, man.
See? And it's content that people want.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, it's not like HBO Max, but it's all the HBO shit we have on HBO Now and HBO Go, but it's Max.
It's extreme.
Extreme.
HBO Extreme.
Maximum overdrive.
Has mad shit. So I'm excited for that second season, man.
Yeah, me too.
Like they better show how this dude got out of that fucking pit from Return of the Jedi. How Boba Fett just survived that
Yeah, it
whole.
can't be as simple
I've
as
been
just
there.
him flying out with the rocket
Yeah,
because that's what I'm expecting.
yeah, yeah. He'll he'll probably do some dope shit inside of it for him to
Yeah,
get out or something. But
Yeah,
I was
hopefully,
gonna say that.
like
Like
shoot a tongue or something.
shoot himself off of it, and just like climb through the sand, like fuck that,
They'll
all
just
bloodied
fall
and
in and
shit.
go, oh, ow.
like, somebody on Twitter was like, "Yo, all I want is just like for them to amp up Boba Fett. Like, man, he comes in the scene like with mad swagger, and this dude
Yeah.
and the dude, the Mandalorian, just shoves him into another pit."
That'd be so hilarious. The Mandalorian shoves him into the pit by accident,
Yeah.
like Han Solo.
Because I was like, yo, how like Boba Fett was pretty much just he looked cool because like he didn't
That's
really
all he
do
was.
anything in the movies. Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't talk much.
he was like he was like Captain Phasma before Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
'Cause she looked cool, but she didn't really do shit either, and she just
Mhm.
died.
I feel like
And
she was a bigger letdown, though.
yeah, she was the bigger that down. So like, yo, you had this you had this chick from Game of Thrones looking cool as hell in his
Yeah.
armor, and it's like
Hell
she's
yeah.
making a cool character, but she was the new Boba Fett.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's a new Boba Fett. She just
Looked cool.
unceremoniously got killed off.
Yeah.
Also, though, like we expected her to. I think our expectations were too high because
Yeah.
the legend of Star Wars. Back then they were just like, "Yo, that guy looks cool." Oh, he died. Oh, that sucks. Like like it wasn't like too much. Like we were like, "Oh man, that fucking sucks." And why, and we have Twitter and we can talk about
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what it was. Back then, we didn't have that,
Mhm.
which was a good thing because we still have that the memory of that shit being good back then. Even though now we look back at it like, damn,
Oh
shit,
yeah.
And
shit was
wasn't
mad
Boba
hype
Fett introduced in like the Star Wars Christmas special? In that
yeah,
little animated thing?
yeah. That was his first appearance.
That's the first
Yeah.
appearance for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
He used the gun. He used that gun that the Mandalorian uses in the first episode.
Right.
That was like a Boba Fett gun in the because he had an animated series, but he never had it in the live action. So they brought it back for the Mandalorian.
So,
He talked in the animated series.
Yeah, he talked way more than he did in the
Yeah.
movies.
He actually had more character development in the animated series than in the movies.
Yeah, yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah, I was watching some shit like about the Phantom Menace and the guy who David Fawlini who did the Clone Wars and the which is pretty much the guy that George Lucas told everything, all the history to take over when George Lucas bounced.
Okay.
And he was like, people don't realize that episode one, like people say it sucks or whatever, but like it was deeper than people think it was. Like Duel of the Fates, the fight between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Duel of the Fates because Anakin's fate was determined in that duel.
Yeah.
Because Qui-Gon was the one who's going to train Anakin, who's going to teach him like the right way to be a Jedi. Because Qui-Gon was like he was a Jedi, but he wasn't really fucking with him like that. That's why he was in the High Council.
Okay.
So he was gonna help Anakin deal with his emotions and this and that, let him know like everything was okay. So when he died,
Oh.
it was like a great video like of him talking, Dave Filoni talking about like the Phantom Menace. I was like, damn, son, like he just made that movie just even better now because it was foreshadowing like how Anakin became Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Because this guy, he was gonna train Anakin away from the Jedi in his own way, but he's gonna have him like go in the right direction. But then he dies, and Obi-Wan takes it up to train him, but Obi-Wan didn't really want to train him. Obi-Wan throughout the whole movie was like, "Oh, what the fuck are we doing here? Why are we wasting our time with this slave boy, whatever?" Like, he was really into it training Anakin like this guy was, Qui-Gon was before he died. So he was like that
Oh.
whole fight scene, like duels of the fate was like because it was the fate of Anakin,
That's
and this guy
crazy.
died. It was his fate, go to the dark side. And I was like, damn,
Damn.
it's not deep.
They should make like an alternate reality story where like Obi-Wan dies instead of Qui-Gon.
Nah,
Like see what happens.
people lose their shit. Obi Wan
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, that's true. That's my favorite Jedi. But I would
Yeah,
like to know
even
what would happen.
McGregor, like he fucking made that character even more of a fan favorite in the
Hell yeah.
prequel. So
Hell yeah.
you have mad people excited for his series coming out soon.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So it should be you can't kill Obi Wan.
Not on screen.
Yeah,
Just make
but
him
like
disappear.
if Disney Plus was smart, man, they just make mass Star Wars shit like TV shows.
Yeah, just do a
Like
bunch of bring back the droids TV show.
yeah, I remember watching the cartoons when I was little, man. I was like, oh shit, Star Wars.
Where the hell is Luke?
That's how I felt about the George cartoon and the Ewok movies. I was like,
Oh yeah,
"You
the
see
Ewok
none of
movies.
those?" They had like three of them or some shit like that.
Yeah, there were a lot of them,
Yeah, but I think like they were like made for TV or some shit. I don't think they were released in theaters.
and they would meet up with like some kids from Earth.
Yeah, like they crash landed. Like, it was weird. It was weird.
Just,
I remember it was like a little darker than Star Wars, though.
yeah, I
It had
remember
like a
there being like a scary giant or something like that in one of those movies.
yeah, like shit or evil witch or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
I might be
remember.
thinking about Willow. I don't know.
It's all like the little people in costumes.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
thinking about like a giant monster eating little people in costumes. That could be Willow or
yeah,
Ewoks.
it could be Widow Ewoks. Who knows?
The 80s was fucking crazy.
Yeah, the '80s had the little people were living in the '80s, man. They
They
were
were
like,
getting paid in the 80s.
yeah,
Oh
they were
yeah.
getting paid, man. You don't see little people like that in
You
movies
don't,
no more.
you don't see little people driving Lamborghinis anymore.
I think the only one that made it was like Mini Me.
Ventura.
Trayvon, Vern Troy.
Vern Troyer.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Right?
Yeah.
He was buried in a shoebox.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Uh,
They just put him in a shoebox and threw him in a hole. Like a
Fred
pet.
Diablo. They emphasizing on the Diablo part. Diablo.
Look, man.
Yeah.
It's quarantine, all right?
Yeah.
Got dark there.
There's no. Yeah.
I don't have any
Fuck
windows.
I don't have
It's
a,
not-
Dustings to me, man.
I don't have a door.
Yeah, just have a curtain as a door. A coyote walked in yesterday.
Coyote?
Yeah. And then Amber Heard walked in and she beat the shit out of the coyote and then beat the shit out of me.
We had a couple episodes about the Amber Heard.
Yeah. I want to keep it canon.
Yeah. She's the worst.
Yeah.
My shower curtains are ripped because I was like holding on to it while she was pulling me. No!
Yo, she almost destroyed Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a L in my book.
Yeah.
for real.
True.
Like Johnny Depp was an asshole, but like, come on, man, trying to get this dude fucked up.
America's sweetheart.
Yeah, bro. So what?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
He
America's
wasted
drunk
his money. He
sweetheart.
wasted like what $100,000 on wine.
Yeah.
Didn't he buy like a private island too or some shit like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yo, dudes.
Hmm.
He's on
I
that
don't know.
private island just slogging wine all day.
Well, not anymore because you had to sell all that shit.
Oh, that's right.
So, yeah, he went broke. I think he was going broke out for a
And
while.
Australia almost made them kill their dogs.
Oh yeah.
Because
For
they brought
real?
like these dogs that aren't allowed in Australia, and when they
Yeah,
found out, they told them like, "Yo, you guys gotta get out of here, or you just gotta euthanize those dogs."
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, because they're really strict with like other species coming into the
Yeah,
country. Yeah. Like
Could do
they already have some wild animals in fucking Australia. So
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if this like was an example of something, but I remember I heard something about like in Australia, there's a lot of like bunnies or something like that, or like frogs. Is it
Frogs.
frogs? That's what it is.
you
Or
talking about
probably
that
that Simpsons
Simpsons
episode.
episode? Yeah.
I think. Oh, is that what it is?
When Bart brings the frog into the country and like they
Yes.
told him
Okay.
like he wasn't supposed to. That's how I
No, no,
knew they're
but
really strict about that.
yeah, but it was something with bunnies, wasn't it? Something with like bunnies that like they just because bunnies fuck a lot or whatever. So there was just like a multiple like
That's
just
everywhere.
Yeah, I think.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, the frog thing I remember because Simpsons. Yeah,
Yeah.
The
How they
Australian
go
guy
into the
finds a
country.
frog on the floor and he goes, "What is this?" And
Yeah.
Bart goes, "That's a frog." And he goes, "A frog? That's such a weird name. I will call this a chadwasba."
what?
That's the same episode with Knifey Spoony too. You call that a knife? This is a knife. That's a spoon. Oh, I see you played Knifey Spoony before.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get me, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you want to laugh for hours straight, fucking binge The Simpsons.
telling you, man. You saw that meme I posted
Which one?
of the Mr. Bean looking at the guy's test that he's writing, and like the guy who's writing is like the Simpsons writer, and like Mr. Bean's like God.
God. Yeah.
God is cheating off of The Simpsons.
Or they predicted everything.
Yeah.
Oh, those dudes got a lot of shit like right. It's scary.
Mhm.
The scariest one is the one where Donald Trump is in the escalator and like
Yeah.
it's
Well, that's
perfectly.
fake. That was fake though.
Oh, that was fake.
That was after the fact.
Oh, okay, okay.
That they reading like that was well the Simpsons actually did it after the fact, but people were like, oh, the Simpsons knew this was coming before he did it. But I was like, nah, that was after he did because I remember the
Oh,
commercial,
okay.
and that was after Trump did it because that was like a crazy ass press conference he had. That
Yeah.
dude rented mad people to support him. He paid all those people that had Trump signs. That's when he first announced he's gonna run for president, and that's when he called like the Mexican rapist and all this shit and whatever,
Mhm.
whatever. And the Simpsons just ran with it.
Damn.
They did get it right that he became president, but I was just
That's a 50% chance.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you know, the way we're going, we're actually be dumb enough to have this guy be president at one point in the future. And
Right.
we're right.
Yeah.
Damn, there has to be an interview with like that writer of that episode to be like, yo, I was just fucking around. Donald Trump was the only like pseudo celebrity that was a businessman or a billionaire or whatever at the time.
Yeah,
Crazy.
he's still like he's one of those billionaires from that time that's like I don't know still around or something. Like you don't see that type of billionaire anymore.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like back then in the '90s, like he was like mentioned, like he used to hang out with mad rappers back in the '90s. Like everybody wanted to be like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like he was in Home Alone too.
Oh, right.
Yeah. He's in
Kevin
the Little
McAllister.
Rascals.
He was in the Little Rascals. Yo.
Yeah. He's
'Cause
the
he-
rich kid's father.
Oh yeah, because he was always trying to become more famous for some reason. And he was always yeah, he was always that was always his thing. That's what I used to tell my friends all the time. Like, yo, Donald Trump. When I grew up, Donald Trump was always a joke. You know what I mean? Like he was always like,
Yeah,
oh, Donald Trump was like, oh, this guy, the billionaire that's trying to be more famous than he is, or some shit
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
yeah. To me, he was just famous because he was rich
Yeah,
and famous,
that's the only
and
reason he's
whatever.
famous because he's
yeah.
rich and he owns like property, I guess.
And he
Mhm.
divorced mad wives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he went
and
bankrupt.
he screwed over a lot of people.
Yeah,
And like I was talking about like just growing up because I know he like hosted. Well, I'm gonna say hosted, but he had WrestleMania 4 and 5 in Atlantic City
yeah,
when
yeah,
it was like owned by him and shit. So it was like they made him a big deal, and like that was always a thing. And then in the 80s and 90s, everything was all these like cameos, and then he came up with the fucking The Apprentice. So
yeah,
like now he's known for that, for The Apprentice,
yeah.
because what
But
the
he always
fuck?
been like, especially in New York, he always been like the joke.
Oh
Like
yeah.
people always
Yeah,
crack jokes. Like, oh, Trump. Like this dude is always going bankrupt and doing all this dumb shit.
he's always
Mhm.
like talking shit to Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that feud. That called her a pig. Like, yo, this dude is a joke. And
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's our president.
yeah.
Yeah.
America.
He's
America.
Mhm.
this is that movie. What's that called?
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. There you go.
Yeah, that's a great. You checked it out yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's good. I love it.
Yeah, I was watching that movie. I was like, yo, America can never get that bad. But I'm like, oh, we're
Ah,
on the way. We're on the way there.
yeah. I mean, if you look at some third world countries, like the trash, it gets pretty bad. Like to that point, almost.
There was a fist fight in Red Lobster the other day because
Oh yeah.
on
So
Mother,
that.
on Mother's Day.
Oh,
Mhm.
I read about that.
You seen the video?
No, I didn't see the video.
So some Karen got upset because she was waiting 3 hours for Red Lobster. I'm like, bitch, why are you waiting 3 hours for food? Like,
Mhm. Why are you ordering from the
why are
Red
you
Lobster in the
going
first?
outside to wait outside the Red Lobster to get your food in the first
Yeah,
place?
why after an hour didn't you go home?
Uh, 3 hours? Yo, yeah. After half an hour, I'm like, yo, I'm out,
Yeah,
man.
after 20 minutes, I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be waiting out here for Red Lobster
Yeah.
for some cheddar biscuits.
I just get two slices of bread and cheese at home, and that's it. Whatever.
Yo, and this bitch started fighting with the staff inside, and I'm like, you see, this is the bullshit I'm talking about. Like people wanted to open up so they could fucking trash the people that are fucking working. They
Mhm.
wanted people to serve it, like they're fucking gods or some shit like that.
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I was like, why they holding the manager back? They should have just let this woman fuck this bitch up, bro.
Yeah, she should have.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Stay home,
Then
guys. When everything's open, stay home.
it was in
Also,
Pennsylvania too.
they didn't even have masks on. Like the woman.
The woman, like the
The
employees had masks on.
yeah, they all,
I imagine the woman wouldn't have a mask on.
yeah. So she, like this, they all didn't have masks. The woman that was recording, I think, was like with the woman.
Yeah.
That like she was like like for her. Like she was like, don't grab her hair. Blah blah blah. Let go of her. Like they were recording that to be on the Karen side. You know what I mean? Like
Let her
No,
hit
like
you.
yeah, because at the end she goes, "We've been waiting here for 3 hours."
yeah.
I was like, "Yo,
It's like
who told you to?"
Yeah, why?
Yo, those are the type of customers I hate, bro.
It's
Those
for
are,
real, man. That's one of the reasons why I could never go back to retail.
yeah,
oh
nah,
yeah. Yep.
it's the worst.
Mhm.
I'd just rather not work and lose my house and everything I own than go back to retail.
Yeah, yeah, retail is the worst. Well, anything they have to deal with people on a one-on-one basis is it could be the worst.
It's just the Karens. Now that they have now that you could identify them, now that they have a name, it's
Mhm.
worse, kind of.
Yeah. We created a monster. Like
Yeah,
now it's like
'cause now
now
it's
they
like
want to.
that's a fucking Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're pissed about that.
They
I'm like,
are.
Mhm.
They do not like that, and I love it.
man, fuck you, Karen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just makes me want to use it more.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember when I used to work at the Flat Hotel. The mom, the ultimate Karen, the mom from Jake and Kate plus eight.
Oh shit! Yes.
Oof,
Yeah,
that sounds.
she came to the Fat Hotel before the show blew up. Like at that point, they were just doing talk shows because they're like, "Oh, look at us, we have 8 kids at the same
Mhm.
time." Like, hey, And then I was like, I go to the room and it was like a suite, but it was like mad. I was like, damn, there's some mad kids because I think they had like a couple kids before the 8.
Mhm.
So it was like 10 kids in one room, and I was like, God damn! I was like,
Jesus Christ.
and of course she was the one that like, oh, is the food hot? Isn't this and that? Like asking mad questions, and she had the fucking Karen haircut too.
Oh.
Wow.
Like, let me talk to your manager haircut,
Yeah. Oof.
or my baby daddy's black.
Yeah. His name's Tyrone.
Tyrone.
He's really tall and he wears white shorts.
Oh man. No.
Yeah, that Karen
So
haircut's. People are gonna stop getting that haircut now,
they
which is
should
good
Yeah.
because I always hated that
Mhm.
haircut.
yeah. That's like the Midwest haircuts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that haircut was never attractive ever.
Yeah, like they're definitely from like Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's nice.
Even like they're everywhere, man. They're everywhere. That haircut's everywhere, bro.
Mhm.
That's
You
like
want a taco? Oh, you don't like it? I could give you a tortilla.
Want a quesadilla?
Quesadilla. And all their
Oh,
husbands just want to kill themselves.
yo. Yeah, Jake from Jake Plus Jake guy was just they divorced like a few years after they blew up.
Mhm.
Of course. All those kids.
You know how you
before
bounce to leave the kids and like I'm out.
before he left, he just looked at the kids and he was like, "I hate all of you.
You guys are all mistakes.
All of you fucking suck.
You ruined my life.
I was in it for the money."
I'm gonna go and wear Ed Hardy t-shirts. Live my life now.
I'm gonna go and be a proud man Hooters after 9.
Yo, they got divorced. The show became 8, Kate plus 8, and that was it.
Then she got Tyrone.
Uh,
Mm.
I don't know what happened to her. She just faded off in oblivion.
Kate, how many white shorts are you gonna get me?
Had all these kids. Yo, these kids are fucking wearing hand-me-downs on hand-me-downs. But now, problem.
Yo.
Fuck out of here.
How much? I wonder how much she spent. She probably spent the same amount as Tiger King on those kids.
Yo, this is gonna financially ruin me.
It's like, how are these kids multiplying?
I was like, God damn.
You just see like the kids all piled up, and like when you move them out of the way, there's like a new one, and you're just like, how does what the fuck? They're really gonna financially ruin me.
And it's like at the same time. It's not like spaced out between the years. It's like 8 kids, bam.
Yo.
They had like their genes spliced or something, right? Like,
Yeah, it was fertility drugs or some shit like that.
yeah,
So you see, that's the shit that's crazy to me. Because you already had 2 kids before that. Like,
Why
you
would
know,
you?
exactly.
wouldn't you be all right with that? Like, now you got like 10 kids, not just the 8 that just popped out of the same time.
There's a lot of psychos out there, man. Like, these people are crazy.
Octomom and all
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
Kids.
Octomom became a porn star.
Yeah,
Ugh.
can't afford those fucking kids.
It's probably a
Mhm.
mess down there.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it,
yeah,
but
I
I,
ain't watching either. But
but I know she did it. So
yeah,
There's guys who would watch that.
oh,
yeah, there was.
It's like, oh,
probably the anal
Octomom. Yeah, she probably messed down there.
Yeah.
Let me turn that on right now.
Look at
Oh
the
shit, it looks like squash cherry jello.
or a fucking roast beef sandwich.
A roast beef sandwich on wheat bread just like hit on a table.
It's like a Big Mac if you turn it sideways.
No!
Leave it out in the sun for a while.
with the sauce and everything, and lettuce and tomatoes. No, I'm serious. Actual lettuce.
Man, you taste like a Big Mac, girl.
That's not a
A
good thing.
fillet of fish. A fillet of fish
Uh,
sandwich.
There will be a thirsty ass black dude to fucking hit that up. Like,
oh
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm wipe you up, girl.
There's always someone who come through on tax season.
Let me claim at least half of these kids.
Yo, claiming those 10 kids, that's the break, man. That's the break I'm looking for.
That's the dream.
She was getting those fat stimulus checks right now.
Oh shit!
You
Damn.
get like 500 per kid.
Come here, Octomom, with your gazpacho soup vagina.
Oh shit! Oh man.
Damn, how we went for Disney Plus to fucking Aqua.
Yo.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I just have gross images now in my head.
You gotta look up the video, the porn video.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
fuck!
man,
It
you
really
gotta
is like
watch
gazpacho soup, like old gazpacho soup.
Man, oh my god.
Uh,
Now we gotta watch it.
yeah, we gotta do a rewatch on YouTube and just watch the whole thing. Comment on it. You think her kids are in the other room?
I guarantee you, at one point she goes back, just put it in my butt.
You know what? It'll be best for both of us if you just put it in my butt.
Yeah. It's a mess in my vagina.
You'd be like, you know what? I think you're right. Let me just clean it first, because this is just.
Yeah, I think after like the fourth kid, that shit becomes a mess down there.
Uh, imagine 8, man.
Mm.
The last kid coming out, I was like, yo.
That shit was mad easy.
Yeah. He just walked out.
Yeah. I'm here now.
He came out with luggage.
That's crazy that she did that by herself. Like she got a sperm donor and she
Yeah. She did it twice. Didn't she do it twice?
Oh, I don't even know.
I think she did it twice.
She had
So she
8
has, like,
kids twice?
I think so.
16 kids total?
I remember there was like a thing like she did it twice. I'm gonna check.
Fuck out of here.
Nah, that's OD.
I don't know. I think she did something. She had,
That'll
like, another
kill a
2.
woman.
No, she went to porn. That's what she did.
I know, but she like, and then she had more kids.
You can't do porn after 16 kids. I don't think you can even go to the bathroom after 16 kids.
Hey, John Bobbitt did it, so anything's possible.
Oh, sure. I just imagine that latest episode of Rick and Morty when they laid those eggs and like their bodies split in half.
No,
She has 14 kids.
14 kids?
Yep.
Ah.
14.
That's like a Dominican great grandmother.
Yo, word.
But they spaced it out.
Mm-hmm.
Last guy she was just like, oh, come on. How many?
14 goddamn kids.
I'm just going to go home.
The sperm donors like, God, it's a good thing I don't have to pay child support. We're like,
Yo.
Yeah.
They're all going to go look for him.
Just gonna swarm him like,
hey, Steven, there's like 14 kids knocking at your door. He's got to go. He jumps out his window.
I'm out.
How do you even talk to 14 kids?
I don't know, man.
That was
I know. I actually taught art. You just got to like yell really loud and angry. We're using crayons today.
Man, who keeps on eating the damn food? All the food's gone. I just brought groceries today.
Yo, imagine grocery day. They just come through and just eat everything.
Like a fucking swarm of locusts.
Or when all the boys go to puberty and they just start literally eating everything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Jesus.
that's why I'm like, yo.
No, thank
When
you.
my two boys hit that fucking stage, I'm gonna be tight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Be two big football players just eating
Yeah.
everything you have.
Because I remember when I was a fucking teenager, I was fucking hungry all the fucking time.
Yeah, especially with all that weed.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? I didn't become a weed smoker till like college. Like a
Yeah,
heavy
me
one
neither.
like to college.
Mhm.
College, that's when I really started like going in.
I only tried weed in high school and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It was like one time and that was it. Like, all
Yeah.
right.
I never really
Well,
got the opportunity and I never really cared, so I was like, eh. But
Yeah,
then in
me
college,
too.
that's when I like got super
yeah.
into it.
Well, I went to all boys Catholic high school, so there wasn't really much options there.
Yeah.
Like, let's get high.
In front of Jesus.
Yeah. So let's talk about this guy Tom Segura. Segura?
Segura. Oh,
Segura.
so
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Segura.
Tom Segura.
Yeah,
Where's he
man.
from? He looks familiar.
He's a comedian.
Comedian. He's a funny comedian though. He like I like his specials. It's pretty funny. But
I know I saw him in like a show or something.
he was in
Nah.
he was he's in the Marrow. He was on there.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what?
Yeah.
And he's like half. I think he's like his mom
Peruvian.
from Spain. Not
His
his
mom
father
is
from Spain.
his mom is his dad is probably from Spain, but his mom is Peruvian.
Oh well, yeah. His mom then. His mom's Peruvian. His dad's like Italian or some shit like
Okay.
Mamma
or
But
like
yeah,
mia.
so he speaks Spanish. Like he grew up with his mom, so he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
but it's just he looks white, I guess.
He's one of
But
us.
yeah. So he has a podcast with his wife Christina P or whatever her name is,
Called your mom.
and yeah, your mom's house, and they're funny. Like I'm a fan of
Yeah,
his.
yeah.
Her, I'm not familiar. Maybe I have seen her like once or whatever, but I never really,
Is
you
she a
know.
comedian too? Because she's
I think
straight.
so.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think so. But I feel like I've seen her in like something, like
yeah, yeah.
like, Comedy Central presents or like a little 5 minute whatever. I feel like I have seen her somewhere, but you know how she goes. Like you just
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, so the thing was, I don't know what brought up the conversation, but she brings up what led to this conversation, but she brings up that she used to date a guy or she dated a guy that was really into wrestling. So
Mhm.
he goes, he's like, "Oh, if you're a wrestling fan, that you're a fucking retard. You're a fucking tool." Like, and then it's like, "Oh, but, the thing is they get into it and blah blah blah." And he's like, "Yeah, it's for children. So like if you're a grown ass man, like, it's like dumb."
Like, did you see the Undertaker defeat like that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like, yo, first off, don't talk about Undertaker, man. Have some respect. Like that guy.
But you know he watches it too. He's like Undertaker. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's
That's
definitely
true.
trolling. That's the
Yeah,
thing. He's
yeah.
definitely trying to
Yeah.
be a troll, but like at first, this was my reaction at first. I was very like, what the fuck? Like why like you let me down, Tom Segura. But then
Yeah.
it's like I talked to my brother and then I saw this guy Jim Cornette talk about it, and
You
in
know,
reality,
yeah.
go ahead. What you
No, like I'm sorry to cut you off, but like I just went to see the video again, and like the video I saw right after was the Jim Cornette one, and
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, that dude is salty.
yeah.
But go.
I love Jim Cornette. He's
Yeah,
fucking crazy. So like, but what he, the in reality, what they show now is it's dumb. So like, which was what my brother pointed out. He's like, what they show now is dumb, and then it gets to a point where like if you see other shit, like not just WWE, like there's matches in like certain like independent shows or in Japan where like there's a guy fucking having a fight with a blow up doll, like a match with a blow up
no,
doll. Yeah, yeah,
really?
yes. You seen the one with the with the one guy fighting the little girl, like a little like 12-year-old girl. I'm sure you've seen it on like YouTube. It was all over Facebook. I mean, it was all over Facebook.
Nah.
You got okay. So did you see the one where it's like, oh, if wrestling is fake, prove me wrong. This is fake. And then the guy grabs the guy's penis and he's like, oh god. And then like the guy with the penis is like, ah.
That was in Japan, right?
Yeah. And he
Yeah,
like flips
yeah,
him over with his penis.
yeah.
So. So there's a lot of, and then this. I swear to God, this happened. It was an indie show, and the match was two invisible guys.
Yeah, that's what Jim Cornette was talking about. The Visible, they were fighting Invisible. Like, what the fuck was that?
There was one where there was a wrestler fighting an invisible man. So it was basically like in Fight Club, where it's like, oh, whatever, and like you just falling, like someone imagining he's fighting someone else. But I saw another one where it was an indie show, where it was two invisible men, and the referee was basically like, whoa, oh, you're like 1, 2. So like I guess the fans were in on it.
Yeah.
But like, so it's like, yeah. So it's like I get it, it's entertainment, whatever. But there's a line. I feel like that's dumb. But whatever, you do your shows. I'm not there. Who cares? That's how I feel.
Hey, I'm not gonna go to some shit.
I'm just not gonna. That's not my choice of wrestling. That's not what I. But I understand that there are people that do that like it. So it is what it is. Jim Cornette would disagree. He likes it like old school way or whatever. But what Tom Segura is talking about. See, this is the thing about what gets to me it got me angry, because it's not just what he said. It's like a lot of it built up. You know what I mean? And I wrote this down because this is the question that I get the most, and it pisses me off the most, because I say, if you ever mention, or if I whatever, like wrestling, they go, it's fake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Mad, like, so
It's just so
like,
you believe that I believe
Exactly.
it's real. So you think so there are like space ninjas and space samurais, like that use the force. That's real then, right? You know what I mean? Like, you think that I think that's real. So right away, like, people have this idea, so there's like they think that you're dumb or something.
Exactly.
exactly.
It's like they're saying you're stupid.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
like just enjoying a fucking story or whatever.
exactly. So this is what I wanted to bring up also with Tom Segura. He mentions the Special Olympics. He says that even the Special Olympics, whatever he said, what was it? I forgot what it was. But he was like that.
It's fun to watch, but it's not really a sport or some shit.
Exactly, yeah. So right there is like he's belittling mentally challenged kids.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, and this is true, like, you go to wrestling events, you know how many times I've been like, I've hung out with guys in wrestling events, and they've been like strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually say, like, I feel like I heard this many times, like, oh, like, usually what, like, people I meet here are fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because it's for children, right? So mentally challenged adults think like children. They see it as like, oh man, like, there's times where you're stuck there and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, they're stuck there with like a guy who's kind of like mentally, challenged.
So they do go to those shows.
Yeah, and they'll be like, yo, that's crazy what Kane did, right? I can't wait to see him on WrestleMania. And they're like, oh yeah, that's cool, who's your favorite? Like, you talk to him like, yeah, whatever. But they get very like into it, and they're very like, they almost think like, you almost feel like, oh, he's like a kid, like, he thinks that it's real and
Like they
shit,
talk about it like it's real.
Yeah. So when he said like, oh, they're fucking retards and the Special Olympics, it's like, a part of me was like, are you like talking about these people? So even if you are talking about those specific fans that think it's real and this is that, and they're adults, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the retarded word, so it's like, come on.
Like Jim Cornette said, like, that word is pretty harsh. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
because there are mentally challenged people that enjoy those type of things, and just because it's entertainment for them. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
But what I took away from it was just this dude being a comedian, but it was just like yeah, it was whatever, it's funny or whatever, but it was like low fruit. You know what I mean? Like, it's hack.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of, it's easy.
It's a really easy joke.
I think he went in hard because his wife dated some guy that was into it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he was going in because it was like some guy that used to fuck his wife. and he was like,
Oh, yeah,
you
that
know
makes
what I
sense
mean?
now.
Like, yeah, like, oh, this like she probably blew this guy or some shit, and he like threatened him, and he got mad about it. And,
Yeah, probably.
he went extra in on it. You know what I mean?
She
Yeah,
banged Goldberg.
Well, what I wanted to talk about was like the Jim Cornette shit. Like, oh, if you was talking about how the shit is now, but I was like, nah, he wasn't talking about the shit now. He was talking about the shit like because he said Undertaker, so he was like, you probably remember the shit from back in the day, and
Mhm.
he's like, all right, these dudes that's still into it now, it's like, oh, whatever, because Undertaker still fights, so it's not
Mhm.
like, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's like he went too hard, like it's whatever. He's a comedian, like it's like whatever. But it's just like, all right, dude, like relax.
yeah, exactly. Like
That's a joke
I
everybody makes about wrestling.
Yeah,
mhm.
it's like the same as hacky. It's like, all right, we
Yeah.
get it. It's real to me. That shit, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
Yeah, that guy ruined everything. That guy is the personification of a wrestling fan. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh
man.
man, like you make us look bad. Come on. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it. And he's talking to Jim Cornette.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because after that he goes like, thank you, Mr. Cornette, for saying what you said, whatever it was. Like he said,
He had the
he had like
So
belt.
a,
real to me, god damn it.
no, he was like crying and he had like a notebook in his hand or something.
He was from the south too, or some shit like
hmm
that. But
That guy's famous though. Like he goes to wrestling events. It's like, oh hey, like they don't know him and shit.
It's real to you, buddy.
because
Yeah.
that's what everybody says. Everybody's
hmm
imitating him when they say that shit. Like, oh, it's real
Yep.
to me, damn it.
Yep. I seen him in something where he like introduced a wrestling video, whatever it was, and
Oh,
he's like,
really?
"Oh, blah blah blah, whatever." And remember, still really damn it. And like, he said it like as like yeah, like my quote.
Pop, pop.
Yeah.
Pop pop.
My cat's phrase.
That
Damn.
part where he like jumps on top of the paint bomb, and he like turns around. He's like, pop
Pop,
pop.
pop.
What? What is he trying to say?
Or the origin episodes where the balloons pop behind him and he goes, pop, pop.
That was like his origin of the phrase.
Yeah.
But to see, like, to me, like, just let people enjoy what they fucking enjoy,
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
really, man.
Man. That's like, to me, that's like what I told you a few weeks earlier. Was like my fraternity brother be, oh, go talk about Captain Marvel, some shit, and come back talk to us. I'm like, so I enjoy
It's
comic
like,
books and fucking films. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that, dude? I like
yeah.
comic books. Like,
Like, what should you enjoy?
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Well, let me guess, you like Breaking Bad and The Sopranos, nigga?
Right.
Like, like everybody has their thing. Like, you
Mhm.
shouldn't be judging people for their thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
There's quality in everything. Somebody finds something to like about anything.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing with comedians, though. That's like they feel like they're allowed. They're allowed to say whatever it is to be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
At,
just trying to
at,
be funny, I'm sure.
yeah, at one
Yeah.
point, it's like, all right. It's like, all right, dude. Like, you didn't have to go that fucking hard.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Like it's all just dumb shit, anyways, and
Yeah, yeah.
to
It's a
get
piece of
hype.
shit.
To me, I saw it as trolling. He's just trolling everybody. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
But the thing is, like, it's like those type of dudes. Like, oh, I'm gonna say retard because fuck it, I'm gonna just keep on saying retard or whatever. But like, even now, it's like, yo, do you really have to say that retard
Yeah.
yeah,
again? Like, you can't do something else? Like, is it? Like, I don't know. That shit just bugs me. Like the dudes that are like, oh, they're trying to change shit like how it was back in the day. I'm like, yo, you're not gonna be saying the shit you said back in the day, and it's all
exactly.
good. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
shit's
Being
different now. Like,
edgy for the sake of edgy isn't
yeah,
edgy anymore.
like when we used to laugh at the baby jokes when we were
Yeah,
teenagers. You know what
exactly.
I mean? It's not like you try to do that shit now when you're like 40 something years old. You're like, dude, you still on that shit?
I
Yeah.
I still have my 100 jokes for sick kids book
Yeah,
buried under my bed.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of comedians I like, but like they tend to like some of them like I don't know. You ever heard of Andrew Schwartz?
Yeah.
Schwartz. Yeah,
Uh,
I've
yeah.
heard of them.
it's funny.
Yeah, he's a funny dude, but it's like, all right, dude, we get it. Like,
Yeah.
women are stupid, and people
Yeah.
are too sensitive. Like, I heard it a million times before.
Uh,
Mhm.
Like he's like I love his podcast he has with Charlemagne the God. because they
Yeah,
they discuss real things, but at a point it's like, I dude, they just can't
yeah. I can
like
only watch it in little parts.
yeah, comedy is not dying. Like nobody's killing comedy. Like you could be funny, but just go with the time.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to be like, oh, you stupid bitches nowadays. I'm like, oh, relax, nigga. Like, why you gotta say it?
This is why Andrew Dice Clay doesn't work now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's doing small venues now.
Yeah.
Like, remember when he was filling up Madison Square Garden? That was like early '90s, late '80s. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was popular back then, but like, shit changed.
Now,
Hmm.
yeah, it's not okay.
Exactly.
Even like I like Bill Burr because he handles it better than
Yeah,
like
he does.
he
Yeah,
does it the best. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you go like not for nothing, the most uncomfortable I ever felt was in a Bill Burr show because like his audience is like, yo, it's a bunch of Trump supporting motherfuckers, a lot
What?
of white dudes.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I can
You kind of
imagine.
figure it out, but
Yeah.
he's like, but he mentions that shit all the time. He's like, people come backstage, oh, and he's like, yo, dude, relax. Like, I'm not that. I'm not like that guy. You know what I mean? I'm not like white power and all this shit. I'm just, I'm just a guy talking about my experiences.
Hmm.
But at his concert, it was like at Madison Square Garden, and like dudes are fighting in the bathroom, and I'm like, yo, this is some ghetto
Whoa.
ass shit right now.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
bunch of white dudes fighting in the bathroom for some dumb shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to pee, man. Like, yo,
Damn.
That's crazy.
yeah, because like you have those people that think like, oh, these guys, they can't like tell the difference between a joke and like real life shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like because sometimes you get racist, sometimes you get like fucking misogynistic and whatever, and it's just like, that's how I feel at the moment, but I don't feel like that my entire life.
There's
Yeah.
a time for that shit.
Yeah, but you say a racist joke and like, oh, that guy's one of us. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of
Mad-
us. He knows how it is.
But not knowing that Bill Burr has a black wife and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, Bill, there was this brown guy in the bathroom peeing while during the fight. You should have seen him. He
Yeah.
was brown.
That was part of his act too. Like he has a bit where he like early on where he was talking about like he was like where you could tell that the N word is coming because like he was sitting in a bar and like this other guy in the bar like you could tell this guy was like a redneck and he was like he saw they saw eye contact and he's like, oh, yeah, this guy whatever, and right away he was like, no, like that. Right when he got to the N word he was like, no.
Yeah, like, nah, I wasn't going there.
Yo, I love Bill Burr.
My
Yeah.
favorite story of his is when I think you guys heard it where it's like he's in an airplane and there's a guy who's like fidgety right next to him and he's like,
Mm.
oh, where you going? He's like, I'm going to whatever, like he's basically doesn't want to deal with this person, but this guy started feeling like Bill Burr was being like suspicious, so he's
Mhm.
like gets all, you guys never heard this story?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he like this guy gets like crazy. Like first off, he like chugs Dewar's, like scotch, whatever Dewar's is. And like so he's like, "Oh, Bill, like, what the hell? Like he's asking all these questions to Bill Burr and Bill Burr's being like, "Fuck you, man, leave me alone." Like just not talking. It
Yeah.
got to a point where he was like this guy kept talking to the Bill Burr was like I'm just gonna like stare at him like with a smirk for like the rest of like him talking.
Yeah.
Like the guy just keeps talking. It gets to a point where he's like, he calls the stewardess. The stewardess is like, "Hey, this guy's like, he's being weird. Blah blah blah. I'm asking all these questions. He doesn't want to answer my questions." And then Bill Burr's just like, the stewardess is like, "Hey, like, just fucking relax, whatever, right?"
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point. This is where like where it gets funny because he goes like, he basically he like stares straight into my eyes. He's like, "Tell me what you're gonna do in Indianapolis, Bill." Like he basically got like, you gotta tell me, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna get real serious. And then it got to a point where like he just stayed quiet and then like put his like little things on, he fell asleep. And then like when he eventually woke up, the guy was just knocked out in the chair. So he basically like was just drunk and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like
Gaslight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically
Yeah.
it. He's
Fucking
just
weird.
funny.
Yo, some people can't just handle being around other people.
Yeah.
I really can't. Oh man. And you were talking about some fake martial artists too.
Yeah, so like Freddie's been watching it too.
Yeah.
There's so much fake martial arts out
Hmm.
there
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
that, and it's getting to a point. This is how deep I got into it. Like so uh so there's with Bruce Lee, right? When
Mhm.
Bruce Lee was the legend goes, because a lot of people think this is fake. Whereas like the Chinese government, they do a lot of shit very traditional and old school and shit. So
Mhm.
like him teaching to Americans like their martial arts, it's almost like treason to them, I guess.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, like he goes and like has that fight with that guy, and if he loses that fight, he has to stop teaching, whatever. But he won the fight. Then he got injured and all this shit, right? So that's that, whatever, right? And then now the conspiracy goes where it's like people believe that he was killed because of the Chinese government, like the triads and the Chinese mafia
Mm.
and shit like that, and all this shit. Like they send out like to make it look like he had a heart attack or whatever it is that he had, whatever, but he was killed. And then eventually that's how they killed Brendan Lee. You know,
Mhm.
so this is the conspiracy.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
remember like
yeah,
back then in the 90s they were talking about this shit too.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
So
never
it's
thought
like,
about that.
but what makes me think that, hey, maybe this is true is because what I got into was now with the fake martial artist thing. There's this MMA guy from China,
Yeah.
like Sing
Sucho
Sung
Jong.
Suso Dong or something like that. Yeah, that guy is like some little short, stocky guy, but like he went somewhere and like learned MMA or some shit,
Yeah.
and like came back and was like, all this fake martial arts, this is all fake. So he want to challenge like these like martial arts senseis in their schools and shit, and he just fucking worked them, like
Like Tai Chi
fucked them up.
masters. Like he fucked the shit out of them. Like not
Yeah,
sex them, but like beat the shit out of them.
yeah, like Tai Chi or like
Yeah.
the one guy that does like pressure point, like
Yeah.
whatever. So there's
Like
like there,
the fights basically was just them doing the hand thing and him just like wailing on them and them just going.
they're like you know.
No, but they're not even blocking. Like they're trying to do it, but then like his fists are going past that and just
Yeah.
going directly to their faces and just like.
Yep. So
Oh.
like yeah, so it got to a point where like even the Chinese government is like sending this guy like death threats and like
Hmm.
threatening to kill his family and shit like that because he's changing the way of thinking. And I'm assuming there's like money involved when it comes to like the Chinese mafia and like because in my head, correct me if I'm wrong, but like in China, like martial arts schools is almost like secondary to like real school in a sense. Like,
It's more of like a national pride type of thing because they take all the forms of martial arts that come from China as like the form of martial arts that could beat all other types of martial arts because they're
yeah,
super proud of it. So if anything comes to challenge it, like Su Dong did, they start freaking out and it shatters their bubble.
hmm
I didn't even know that.
yeah,
That
and
Yeah,
sounds
then
and they
to
like
me it's
fucked his
like
life up over there.
hmm
oh wow. It sounds
Like
like some racist shit to assume that shit. But hey, you know,
like
it's
before a
right.
match, they would make him dress up in like Chinese clown makeup, and he would do it just to win that match and prove to them that
hmm
he'll still beat all their asses.
yep,
That's hardcore shit right there.
fuck yeah,
And in China, like they have this thing for people, like a public score or some shit like that. Of you know what I'm talking about?
mm
So they have
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah. Like
uh,
back in the
countrywide social media that's like run by
yeah,
the government, where you get points to credit to your personality or
wasn't
re-
that a thing in South
Black
Park?
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so
Okay.
exactly that. So before one of his fights, they lowered his public standing so that he couldn't even take a flight or even a
Yes.
decent train. He had to take like a public 8 hour trip in like one of those hard seat trains to the
hmm
fight, and he still did it and won the fight.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where like I started watching videos of like other fake martial arts. So it's like there's people that that try to like summon. They sell the persona that they can summon like Hadoukens and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll do it where it's like, oh, I'm using my chi or whatever, and then the person, like, it'll be like me, you, and Freddie, and now, like, I'm faking like I'm doing it, and I go wah, and then you guys go
Yeah,
and
we're
like
in on
go
it. Like,
backwards. Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, those real,
Yeah.
right? So it's like people buy into that shit, like, oh, this guy's fucking real, so I'm gonna pay, $200 a month to take his class. I want to learn how to fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
And then they get their black belts in like a month, and then they think they're like big shit, and all they do is just kick. They just like keep kicking,
Yeah.
like
And
punching.
this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You saw the one video with the woman? It was like a woman doing her like whatever, and there was a thing. Like she was like going crazy.
Like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber when he was fighting the chef.
Yep.
I know there was a Joe Rogan video that he was just watching and just cracking up for all this shit. I was just like, yo,
Yep.
these dudes don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
I remember Joe Rogan mentioned that Bruce Lee himself said that if anybody learns boxing and grappling, they could beat any other form of martial arts.
Yeah. Yeah, that the clip I sent you guys the other day about Joe Rogan talking about like once upon a time in Hollywood, how they but they were like, yo, if that was the stunt dude that he was talking about, like, yeah, he'll fucking wipe the floor with his, like, he just needs to get a hold of him and that it'll
Yeah.
be a wrap after that. Which is true, because Bruce Lee is a beast, but if you get him like in a certain situation, like you have to go like up close and like MMA shit, like
Yeah. If you're a
kind of
big guy and you get a hold of him, that's it.
Yeah. Another thing is also fights are unpredictable. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get a
that's
lucky
true.
shot. Who knows what the fuck? Like if a big giant wrestler comes after, Bruce Lee, who's like 130 pounds, fucking soaking wet, but he gets him with a good shot, it kind of stumbles, whatever, and they could, who knows what happens? It's all like a,
yeah, like in a movie, like in the once upon a- when Brad Pitt just slams him against the car towards the end, like, yo, shit.
Yeah. It's like you got one, you got one, I got one, and then it gets cut off.
Yeah, it gets cut off, but it's it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fighting, like you said, fighting is not like this organized thing that you in real life. Like,
Yeah, it's not something you can like measure and say like this guy's gonna win because he knows this isn't that.
yeah.
That's the thing. That's what it's like with these. I saw this other video that this guy was talking about how it's like when sparring is a big thing, and it's like so if you do what is it, Krav Maga, right? Krav Maga teaches you like, oh, go for the fucking eyeball, rip it off, fucking go for the testicles, whatever, or use a knife, take it against and fucking stab him or whatever. But it's like, okay, so we're gonna spar now, right? So for me to really spar, for this to really happen, you have to literally come at me with a knife, and I have to try to get it off of you. So it has to for it to be really trained. You know what I mean? Because it's unpredictable what's gonna happen. You're not gonna, not everyone's coming at you like this with the knife. You can just grab it.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Like, who stabs people like that?
I'm just gonna walk towards you doing this.
Yeah, that In Living Colors episode. Remember?
Which one?
That Jim Carrey is like he's a self-defense teacher, and like he's like, come at me with a knife or whatever, and like the girl comes at him and he gets stabbed, and he's like, oh no, what the fuck? He's like, you're supposed to grab the knife like this.
You're supposed to throw it onto each hand like in the movies. And you're supposed to say weird phrases that nobody says. Come on, mama, give me all your money.
Come on, sweet mama.
And the guy who made the fake martial art videos, he was also talking about like this fight where the Wang Chung, I don't know the name of I forgot the name. Tai Chi is Wang Chung?
I think it's Wing Chun.
Wang Chung's a band.
Wing Chun is what not Wang Chun. Wing Chun is what Bruce Lee, what Ip Man does.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, even one the Wing Chun guys, like he showed a video where the guy got punched and the guy like fell to the floor like shocked, and he paused the video and he was like, "Now listen, I've been sparring before and I've been punched before, and the way that guy fell back, you could tell he's never been punched before. This is the first time he's ever gotten punched." And it's true. When he paused the video, the guy's eyes were like big, and he was on the floor with like both his hands behind him like that.
Like, oh, this thing is real.
Like, oh shit, I got punched.
Like he was knocked out, but he still has eyes open.
Yeah. Wang Chung, help me.
Oh shit.
Everybody have fun tonight.
Everybody have fun tonight.
I'm gonna open the weirdest martial arts school.
uh, I think my uncle, your dad, was telling me like, oh, you know, Bruce Lee, you fight it, you put him against a boxer, he'll get fucked up. And I was like, I don't think so. But I'm like, now I'm like, maybe.
When I was a kid, I was like, nah, not Bruce Lee. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But now, if you put him up against Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson lands a punch,
Nah, fuck out of here. Mike Tyson destroyed this guy, man.
Mhm.
One punch to the ribs.
all
it's a
he
wrap.
needs is to, he needs to just land that one punch, and that's it.
The thing is, they will both have speed. Bruce
Yeah.
Lee versus Tyson, they will both have speed, but Tyson will have the power.
Yo, you
So
saw that video that Tyson posted
Yeah,
up?
with like,
The comeback thing? Woof.
Oh yeah.
it's like
Holy
super
crap.
fast. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell's going on?
Supposedly he's like he has that HGH going for him right now. Tyson.
Oh shit.
He's getting
HGH?
yeah, the human the growth.
Oh,
hormone.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, because he gets it. Well, this is supposedly he's getting legal shit. Because I'm like, yo, he lost mad weight and he looks fit now.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. He did lose a lot of weight.
because like he has his podcast and like when he
Mhm.
started the podcast, he still had like a belly and all this
Uh-huh.
other shit. But then he talked about how like he sometimes he gets depressed because he can't fight no more. So I'm like, oh, this motherfucker just got some HGH and just wants to fuck somebody up now. Like,
Damn.
I will still fight. I will still watch him fight though. I ain't gonna lie. He's only what 53.
He can still hang,
Yeah,
man.
he's like 3 years
Oh,
old.
yeah.
man.
Definitely the way that he was moving, like he definitely can fight.
Yeah,
The
that-
heavyweight division is shit now, bro. Like he can fight in the shit, right? Like from Joshua, fucking Fury, like he could beat their ass. I think.
Hell yeah.
Was it you,
Yo.
who posted who would win in a fight between Tyson and Muhammad Ali?
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
that image that Boss Logic did. Like it's dope. I was like, yo, Ali just needs to get one hit from this dude, and I think it'll be a wrap.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't think like when he fought George Foreman, that he did the rope a dope. I
Yeah.
don't think he'll survive Mike Tyson punches like he survived Foreman punches, bro. Like Mike Tyson was on some different level. Like
Oh,
time,
you said if Mike Tyson lands a hit.
yeah.
Oh,
it'll
okay,
be-
yeah. That's what I believe too. I thought you said if the other way around, if Ali
Yeah.
landed a hit.
He said Ali. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
I don't see Ali up against the ropes taking hits from Mike Tyson.
No.
Not
Oh,
good.
no.
Like nah. Like that's
Especially Mike Tyson coming in, hitting him in the body.
yeah, nah.
No.
Nah.
Like fuck. And they're coming from everywhere, you know what I mean? Like fuck out of here.
I love Ali, but I'm like, nah.
No, yeah, he's a legend, but Mike
He's a
Tyson
legend.
is just an animal, is
fucking
a
animal,
force of
bro.
nature, man.
These guys, I feel like Holyfield and Lewis, I feel like they studied his movements. That's what, you know what I mean? He's done it so many times. And he fought a bunch of fucking scrubs at the beginning, you know?
Yeah, Tyson, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a video that was like his like fights. He was having fights every other week.
Damn.
So like when he was a professional, he like when he had his like heavyweight fight, it was like 40. He had like I think 20 something and oh, but it was like from like a whole like fighting every other week and shit, like every month he had a fight. So it was like yo, like so they were just feeding him like just scrubs. It's almost like feeding him jobbers to gain his like undefeated streak, you know, and promote him as like this monster. So you know what I mean? Like he was still fucking good. He still fucking knocked people out. But like it took a while for like, you know, for him to fight like big name guys until eventually like I feel like Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis were good enough to like study him and fucking catch up on his speed and all that shit. And on top of that, he was all fucked up and drugged up, and
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
from what I've known. Who knows what?
No, that's what I'm
I was.
saying. If Tyson was like on point, that would have been like the Holyfield fights were still classics to me. Like
Oh yeah,
the Lewis fights, I think if he would have took it more serious, like he would have trained hard, he would have put up more of a effort. Like it would have been a better fight, I think, because that's when
yeah.
he was like on his decline.
Hmm.
Like he was doing the shit now he's doing now against Lewis. It would have been a better fight, I think,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
because Lewis is like Lewis is good too. Like he was one of the best,
Hmm.
but like
I
prime
feel
Mike, like focus Mike Tyson, I think would have washed him.
people didn't like Lewis because he was British, so
Yeah,
like they saw it as like he's not one of us,
Yeah. Not
that's what
representing.
it is.
hmm
And
or
the
whatever.
Joshua dude, it's not helping.
All I gotta say is Mike Tyson was a boss in 2 video games. What
True.
other boxer could say that?
Yeah, he
And he
has.
was in the WWE game. He was in one of them.
God damn.
Yeah.
Look at
I
that.
heard he's gonna be in AEW now. He's gonna like present the championship belt.
I heard that too.
Yeah. So
I tried watching it the other day. I still can't get into it. I just don't. I know what's going on, but it's not my cup of tea. Like
yeah,
it's not enough for me to like. Oh, I'm interested in that.
yeah. Like, oh, let me watch this.
Yeah, and still, like I said it before, there's just too much fucking wrestling. But whatever.
Yeah. It's too much shit going on.
Too much going on. Don't care.
It's not different
What
wrestling
was
shows.
Jim Cornette? That was Jim Cornette was talking about those dudes when he was like, oh, the lightweight, the he was like some shit like when he was talking about the Tom Segura shit. He was like,
Mhm.
oh, he was talking about the lightweights fighting on this stage. Like, yeah, it's like,
Oh, cause the thing is, I'm assuming he's talking about like a lot of the guys now are just like small and like skinny and it's all show. It's all like But there was a time where like I was watching a video with Shawn Michaels where he was like, when he broke off from the Rockers, a lot of people didn't want to sell for him or like they were stiffing him and like hitting him hard. And it was because like, oh, you're a young guy and you need to fucking relax. Like you're doing too much. We gotta so everything is very like slow pace. Like I was playing the video game, right? Like the wrestling game, and I created the Animal and Hawk and shit, right? And like Demolition, right? And Road Warriors and Demolition. So it's like when I started thinking about like their moves, like I was like, oh, and when I create a character, I just give them a random person's moves,
mm-hmm.
and I'll change the finisher. So I'm like, what the fuck did they do? All they did was just hit each other like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, they were just like two. They were all four of those guys. They were just big motherfuckers that just basically just stomp, beat the
Yeah.
shit out of you. So it was like, damn, okay. Like I just felt like wrestling is so different back then.
Yeah.
So everything was very slow paced, and I get that, but I think after Shawn Michaels, everybody wants to be Shawn Michaels. Everybody wants to like be the one that like can go and like stops the show and all this shit and like flashy and then Rey Mysterio came out and everybody wants to do flips and fucking do crazy stunts and you know
Dramatic shit.
yeah. So it's like
The trend.
it yeah it you go with the times. So like the trend now is just basically like how like this is basically WWE Super Ultra Turbo, like like a Street Fighter, where it's like super just quick and fast and just all the characters like Super Turbo X EX,
Yeah.
that's what it is now. Everyone's just basically on level 10, so they just keep going, so it just becomes repetitive. And they're all just small guys. It makes me feel like, oh shit, I could have been a wrestler. Like I don't got muscles. Hey, I could be a wrestler.
Next,
You know,
M. Bison is
fucking,
joining the WWE.
Oh, that'd be dope.
That would actually be pretty
fucking-
dope.
yeah, we
The
need like
Psycho
more
Crusher
Kevin
on
Nash
the ring.
type of characters.
Huh?
Like we need more like Kevin Nash type of characters. No,
I guess.
no, just
Maybe.
like the brutes. Like we need more brutes. You know what I mean? Like fucking
Yeah, like heavy badass dudes,
yeah,
like
like just fuck you up. Like
more Stone Cold type dudes, I
Yeah.
think.
My finisher will be a power bomb, and you're done.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
shit like that.
Like I would
We
actually want to see more Stone Cold, really, because watching all these old videos of Stone Cold, I love it.
dude, like, so Stone Cold came from an era. This is what I noticed, right? So that era of Stone Cold in like, um, late '90s, early 2000s was everybody was bald.
Yeah,
Think about it. Everybody was bald.
Uh-huh.
All of them.
Yeah.
Now everybody is dark hair, long dark hair, and a long dark beard. And like, there's a chart. Like the guy we were talking about it. So like, this send me a chart or whatever, and it's basically like they're all connected. Like if you connect Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, you get this guy. If you get because they all just everybody just looks the same.
Yeah.
They all have fucking long dark hair and a long fucking dark beard. So it's like everyone looks the same. Everyone does the same moves. Like it just, why am I watching this? I only watch the pay per views. That's it.
I remember back
Yeah.
then in high school when I used to see you watching wrestling. I used to always be like, "Why is everybody's hair wet?"
Yeah,
Everybody
because
used to always walk out with wet hair.
yeah,
Like
and
Triple H.
everybody, yeah,
Triple H started that.
the idea of long hair is that like when it's over your face, you can talk fat. They have you in the head like you can talk. You don't see me talking. Freaking, then it looks good when like you hit me and my hair flips up and
Oh
shit like
yeah,
that. Like, so it's like when it's wet, it looks cool.
they used to always do that with the wet hair.
Hmm. Like Jericho talks about it because Jericho was in Mexico was lion. They call him Lionheart. So he
Yeah.
was like, so what is it, Corazon de León in Mexico. So he was very like baby face, pretty blonde guy, pretty, and when he went to ECW, Paul Heyman was like, wet your hair to look cooler and like grow a beard, and he had like a little like buzz cut and like, a little like 5 o'clock shadow, and he had his hair all wet. He looked like pretty badass. So there's a difference. It's a whole look. It's a gimmick or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot that it was in ECW for a bit.
yeah. He's a television champion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But it's
remember
all
that.
like early shit. Because the thing when ECW came out, I remember that shit came out. It was like at 2 a.m. on Saturdays in
Yeah,
ESPN.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. And it was like for an hour. So it was just like I barely knew about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like cool because you barely knew about it.
Yeah,
You know who I
exactly.
actually learned about?
Thing.
The Golden Lovers.
Oh yeah, that's Kenny Omega and what is it, Ibushi? Okay,
Yeah, that was a really great story. Like that was a really cool like thing that happened. It was
I didn't watch
actually
it.
real, right?
I don't know.
Something.
I don't think it's. I don't know because I knew of them. I don't follow Japanese wrestling like that. But like in that video, I just felt like I don't know if it's just they're trying to be funny. I just thought it was trying to be funny, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this, so I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I knew that they were a tag team, and they were like almost like gay lovers or something in the tag team. Is that what it is?
Yeah, there were like scenes of them like giving each other pecks on the mouth, but it wasn't like really emphasized that hard that they were like actual gay lovers. I guess in Japan, you know how like they have weird names for characters
Yeah,
and groups and stuff.
yeah,
It's not
Yeah.
necessarily like a gay thing in Japan to be like the Golden Lovers, like they're both like lover boys or whatever. I guess that's what they
gotcha.
were trying to go with.
Yeah. So then eventually, what happens is Kenny Omega fucking turns on Kota Ibushi because and he turns to the dark side. He becomes
Yeah.
the leader of the Bullet Club, which is like like the new NWO and in Japan and shit. So it's like and then Kota like then they like something happened. He turned back into a baby face, and they got back together. And this is when I found out this whole shit happened about like they used to be a tag team, and they were called the Golden Lovers. And I was like, all right, that's all I need to hear. All right,
Just Japan being Japan.
Watch the whole video. It's actually pretty good.
okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But I seen like they'll like walk down holding hands and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
kisses on cheek.
It's really weird, but I kind of get it, but it's weird.
Like it's
Sorry.
probably all storyline stuff, but
Oh no, yeah, the Golden Lovers stuff is definitely the storyline, and like them splitting and all that stuff. That was kind of true and part of the story too.
yeah, because it's like I was just telling Megan, like the storyline now. This guy Otis. So imagine like this little short round. Like this guy's like round. He's just round.
I saw him. Like he won the Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this guy's like, yeah, blah, blah. You know, he's like very like I'm crazy. You know. But he has like this hot ass girlfriend. so Megan's like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, okay, so like you weren't, you know, you didn't watch this, but like if you watched it at the beginning, like it makes sense because it was just the way they built it. It was like, oh, he has like a little crush on her, and then it became a thing where like he'll do something nice and like do something like when in the Royal Rumble, somebody threw her over, and like out of nowhere he was right under her, like he caught her, like he was on the floor and she just fell on top of him, and he's like, I'm here for you, baby, you know, like and like saved her and got her back inside. So it's like little shit like that that like made you feel like, yo, Elvis is gonna like get her, like we know this is coming, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so then like they finally get a date and like she's waiting for him at the restaurant, and he shows up, he like combed his hair and like comes in with like a flowers, and the thing is he was late, and Dolph Ziggler comes out, who's like very like good looking, you know, chiseled jaw guy, whatever. And he's like, so he goes in for the date, and like he basically is like, oh, this guy's not coming. And so Otis comes in, but he sees that like, oh, they're already having a date. And he doesn't say anything. He just gets sad. He throws the bouquet of flowers that he had on the floor. So it's like they take you on this like emotional ride where you're like, yo, damn, that's fucked up. Like, Otis, you deserve better, you know? And then they had the fucking WrestleMania match where it was like, come all along, it was like Sonya Deville, which is this Mandy Rose's like tag team partner, her friend was like setting her up for this or something. It became more confusing because the main story with the story between them two was they were gonna have like a lesbian. Sonya Deville is an actual lesbian, so they were gonna have like a lesbian, like she likes her kind of thing, you know, or she's like in love with her kind of thing. But then I don't know what happened. Things got mixed up. They changed that story and gave it to these other two girls, and then did nothing with it. So it was like, you know, that's a whole nother story in itself, and it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't even want to talk about it. but so like I think that's where that was supposed to lead to, with the whole idea of like her being, you know, Sonya Deville being mad and like setting her up with Dolph Ziggler and trying to get her away from Otis, Mandy Rose. So, but they still haven't really like even gone in, you know, in that direction. All they show right now is just that like now finally like he won her heart, and you know they're together. So like when he won Money in the Bank, all we saw tonight was just like he got the Money in the Bank and he was ready to like cash it in because Mandy Rose came out, and then like he didn't get to do it because Braun Strowman like caught him and was like, oh, I'm looking at you later. So Mandy Rose comes in and gives him like a big hug and like a kiss, and like they're both dancing, and it's like, what the fuck? Like Megan was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like you just see this big round, you know, dude, and like this hot ass blonde girl. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what am I watching? But that's wrestling, yeah.
So what it
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
That's what it do.
Wrestling is anime.
that's true.
Anime.
So it's like if they basically what I'm getting at was if they do a story right, like it works, you know, and like
Yeah.
it's just a lot of it is just fucking ideas being thrown at the wall, like, oh, let's fucking do this. Especially back then in the Attitude Era. There's another thing with the Attitude Era. Everyone loves it. That it's like, oh, it was so great. Everyone just remembers that there were tits and a lot of like divas fucking getting undressed in bikinis, and
Safe.
that, yeah,
Safe.
exactly. That's what you remember when you say that you love the Attitude Era, because a lot of the Attitude Era was fucking dumb.
TNA.
Yeah, it was just dumb. A lot of it, like the Brawl for All, I know it's been shit. I tried watching like an episode of Raw back then, and I was just like, oh my god, like why am I watching Billy Gunn versus D'Lo Brown? Like it just kind of felt like this is weird.
Service.
Like no offense to these guys, but it just kind of felt like I don't. What am I watching? Why is this a thing? Like, but it's because they just like, hey, just put these guys together. Like, just get everybody on TV, and like, it's not a bad thing, but it was just kind of like I don't know where they're getting at. Like they're not getting anywhere. It's just shit being thrown in the wall.
Yeah.
Mm.
Whatever sticks, they'll repeat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why like they had like I was watching the Dark Side of the Ring. They had like Dross trying to be
Yeah.
the new Legion of Doom
Yeah.
guy. They had him as Puke after that, I think, right? And
No,
it's just
before that.
before that, and they just had all
Yeah.
this other shit. Like they trying to make him a thing, and
Hmm. Yeah.
I was like,
It-
why?
I think it's because he was a Bronco. He used to be a Denver Bronco,
Yeah, 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 football
and he had a
player.
good look. But I personally did not care for his like his wrestling, you know. But
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's what they were getting at, and for
yeah,
whatever reason, if you watch the episode, you know how like Hawk was like he was, but at this time he was basically like born again, like.
yeah, yeah. He was already, but they were,
But
Vince
they were
being
like,
Vince.
yeah,
Like, oh, let's use this storyline just to make it
yeah,
more appealing to people.
yeah, because that was at that time where like people know it's fake and they're just finding out it's fake and all this shit. So like,
This
let's
guy has a real drug
yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So let's
Yeah,
blur the lines with like what's real, what's not real.
Still
You
real
know,
to me, damn it.
yeah.
they did the same shit in WCW with Scott Hall. Scott Hall was like coming out
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
he's drinking and like,
all that shit.
yeah, and then he like threw up on Eric Bischoff or something in one episode.
Jeez.
Yeah, that era, that Attitude Era, like yeah, they had some weird moments, like the
Yeah,
blue meanie. I was like,
yeah, yeah. The Blue
uh,
Meanie came from ECW though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember the blue meanie. That's why, because I was watching some other shit. I was watching when the Dudley Boys first came on SmackDown, and like the blue meanie was like it was like a tag team Royal Rumble type of shit,
Hmm.
and like blue meanie was there. I was like, fuck with blue meanie. I forgot about the blue meanie. And I was like,
Hmm.
there's a lot of characters that you forget about. Like, damn,
Yeah.
it was garbage, but they still
Mhm.
had them on. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
A lot of the ECW guys were like guys that didn't look the part, you know. But that's what made it like gritty and grungy and real, like
yeah, yeah.
because it's just a bunch of fucking crazy ass motherfuckers just wanting
You,
to like beat each other up.
you could run
Like,
into any of those guys at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
yeah, you can see the blue meanie anywhere. That dude
Yeah.
was out of shape. He wasn't really a fucking wrestling type of dude at all.
Yeah. That guy was round.
Yeah, he was round. Yeah,
That was his attack. He'd just roll up into a ball and like smash into people.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get
His neck started from here.
That's that guy Otis. That guy's next started right here. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't look left or right.
Yeah, you gotta watch him. He's just fucking die laughing.
yeah. You'll find it humorous. So,
I gotta see this Otis guy.
over
Get a
this.
tattoo of him.
So I was watching this. They're doing a lot of these watch parties now because where everybody's quarantined.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
they did one for the Into the Spider Verse, and there
Mhm.
was the directors were saying at one point they were gonna have Tom Harlan, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire in a scene together in the
That's
movie.
crazy.
That would
Like
have been awesome.
it was like it was gonna be a Spider Ham moment, but it was gonna have those three guys in it. But then like
Oh.
but Sony went like, nah, it's too soon for that right now. So the
Ah, man,
director
that
said,
would have been
no, they
tough.
cut it out from the script. I was like, yo.
Too soon. It's never too soon for that kind of shit.
But that just proves to me that live action Spider Verse movie is coming. Because
Yeah.
if they were able to get those three guys together to do like the animated shit, like a live action should be easy for
Oh my
I mean,
god.
them. So I was like, damn, imagine that. So I'm assuming Tobey Maguire's gonna be the washed up Spider Man. Andrew Garfield's gonna be like the emo Spider Man, still going through his shit, like because of Gwen Stacy or whatever. And Tom Harlan's gonna be like, the young, full of life and
The young
positive type
rookie
of Spider Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be dope.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
knows. Hopefully they
And
pull it off, man. Like we'll
they're,
see.
they're definitely gonna reenact that like photo where they're all looking at each other.
Yeah,
Oh
That
yeah. I
meme.
hope
That
so.
meme.
They're pointing at each other. Hey.
But let's make this meme live action now.
Mhm.
I do want this guy to return as Spider-Man though, as a Spider-Man.
Cool.
Nick from New Girl.
Oh yeah, yeah, Jake Johnson. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. To me, I feel like he should be like the washed up Spider Man. Like he'll be perfect for it. Like the Peter Parker from another dimension.
Yeah.
Just tired of his shit.
To me, he has the voice from like the Peter Parker from the comics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like every time I read my Spider-Man comics, I have Nick's voice in my head
Yeah, me too.
because he played it perfectly. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
he was Peter Parker for me. Like that's Spider-Man. Like
yeah, that was the best Spider-Man voice I've heard.
that was like if I want to watch a Spider-Man movie, like it's not an origin movie or explaining what he's doing, like he's like a seasoned vet. It's
Yeah.
Nick Snowder.
Actually, you know what? Hot take is as good as Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Ooh, yeah. I think yeah, it's definitely up there
Yeah,
as like a iconic voice.
hell yeah.
Because nobody's reading the comic books with Tobey Maguire in his head and fucking
Now,
No, not at all.
I gotta save Mary Jane.
You gotta do the face.
Oh, I gotta save Mary Jane. I'm crying.
you got an extremely small mouth.
I just don't know how to cry.
Oh man.
Andrew Garfield is just like I don't know, like
Yeah.
maybe if I don't. But Andrew
Like,
Shut
Garfield is
up,
basically
mom.
the Kristen Stewart of Spider-Man's. Like you know what I mean? Like when he was Peter Parker.
He's a
yeah,
writer
Peter
in
He's like
Parker
Spider-Man.
I don't
hard.
know,
His
I don't
Spider Man
know.
his Spider Man was more like Spider Man than Tobey
Yeah,
Maguire.
Yeah, that's true.
I meant his Peter Parker. That's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah.
Like
Peter Parker was like mad
he was like all
Whatever.
emo and just like yeah, I don't know, yeah, okay, okay,
I'm a skater boy now.
yeah.
Oh
That guy,
yeah,
they're
my
like
my best friend, the millionaire, Harry Osborn.
Yeah. That we won't mention to the sequel.
I
Oh
forgot
right,
about
I
you.
forgot about that guy. My best friend was a billionaire.
He just went away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got screwed over though. Because I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
really
yeah,
did.
you could tell it was like the studio just being the fucking Sony being fucking Sony with that movie.
Yeah. At least he got to date Emma Stone.
Yeah. And it was like the first time they had Spider Man officially with the web shooters.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Because Maguire was just like organic webbing and all that shit. And it was like,
Mhm.
That became canon in the comics for a while.
that shit didn't last long though.
No, it didn't.
Uh, but I think they'll be more open to do that since this whole thing, the COVID, like everybody stayed home, like the studios, the movie studios have to put out shit that people are gonna have to want to see it go out to see.
Yeah,
So
they
you
gotta
like if
pull
you
out the
tell me
big
like
guns.
so if you tell me like oh a Spider Verse movie with the fucking three Spider live action Spider Mans, I'm
Oh,
like
that'll be
you
so
know that
good.
and
It'll
just
in a
throw
way
in
make all those movies canon,
yeah
Mhm.
then like oh this part like maybe that's the game plan from now on. You know what I mean? Like
except for Amazing Spider-Man 2.
yeah, that shit could be erased.
Let's just forget about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the whole thing. Just throw it out.
Yeah, throw it out with everything. No, thank you.
Because it's just crazy. Because even the CW, they gonna have no new shows till January. So what they're doing now,
Damn.
they're gonna bring back Swamp Thing from the DC universe.
Mhm.
So, but it's not gonna be like new episodes. It's gonna be like the first season of Swamp Thing on CW because they have no shows to put out in the fall.
Oh.
So a lot of networks are putting out shows that already aired. But like for example, Fox is
So
gonna
much for a
show.
streaming service.
Yeah, Fox is showing this the show which was pretty much a Bad Boys the movie, a spinoff. Because you seen Bad Boys 2?
I
Mhm.
only saw the first one.
Well, in part two, Martin's sister is in it, Gabby Union.
Yeah.
So she had a spinoff show called LA's Finest, but it was
Mhm.
only on like Spectrum, Spectrum, the cable network has its own channel. So it was like one of those shows on Spectrum. But since nobody has like new material for the fall, Fox is bringing it to Fox now.
They should
So
bring
some
back
trash
shows that
shows.
were canceled after like 5 episodes, like
That's
Greg
pretty
the
much what
Bunny.
they're doing. Like just give us the the shit we cancel, but they had like a good 15 episodes that they used, so our new shows could come back from
Bring
this
back
shit.
Titus.
I like Titus though, man. Titus is a
It was
funny ass
pretty
show.
funny.
Yeah, it
'Cause
was.
he was a good comedian too.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was funnier than he looks.
Yeah,
It looked pretty funny.
yeah, but like a lot of networks are doing that. They just bringing shit that is just already aired, but not a lot of people saw, and just bringing it back to the networks. Like the
That's pretty smart
CW,
though. I mean, they got to do something.
yeah,
I mean, or just air reruns. It's not like anybody watch network TV anymore, right?
that too. Like, bring back some
Yeah,
shit that people loved.
there's channels where like I see on the cable guide or whatever, where
Yeah,
it's like they just show that '70s show like the whole day,
Jesus.
and then
yeah,
like and they'll switch off to like fucking Married with Children all day.
yeah. Or,
like,
or the Fresh
like
Prince or some shit.
yeah, exactly. It's just like Nick, what is it? Nick Jr. or some shit plays Friends for like 12 hours straight in the
Yeah,
morning, and it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
no, yeah. Oh, that's why I think it's 12 hours because
yeah,
it's like from like 4 a.m. to like 8 a.m. and then you basically change the channel to TBS and it's from like 8 a.m. to 12 a.m.
yeah,
So it's like Jesus Christ, it's 8 hours of Friends. I'll
yeah.
never not watch
Uh,
Friends if I just keep changing channels.
and they're gonna have it on HBO Max now too. The
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll see. But it's all gonna be different now, man. They're gonna all these movies, all these shows gonna have to have some shit to get people to watch.
Yeah.
Now. Even though we're dying for content, because honestly, we ain't have shit right now.
Yeah. At
Hmm.
this point, anything would be good.
Yeah,
That's why people keep watching like what is it Netflix shows and shit like that. And
yeah,
it's that's where the whole Tiger King started because it was like that was that first week.
yeah.
They were
Like,
quarantined, so everybody was like, "Yo, you need to watch this documentary." It's crazy.
I also heard that uh animated shows are gonna fucking they're gonna be a renaissance of animated shows coming out right
Oh
now
yeah.
because that's the easiest thing they could do right now. Just mad animated shows coming out right now. I heard.
I've just been binging anime since like
Yeah.
the yeah. Like well, for the past like 2 weeks, I've been binging anime.
Well, I'm
Like
talking about animated shows in general. Like,
oh, in general, yeah, that too.
yeah.
Even like animated sitcoms, stuff like that, like Family Guy.
Hmm.
Like that's just still gonna be on and running.
Like I heard a new season of Rick and Morty is gonna come out even quicker than
Oh
before.
wow.
All this shit going down. So
Yeah, they have nothing but time to do that shit.
yeah, man, it's all different. It's just changed, bro.
Shit, man.
Shit done change up in here.
Think Rick and Morty's gonna get to 6 seasons in a movie?
Well, Community, they're talking about having a movie. They
Yeah,
actually
That's what I'm
start working
hoping
on.
for.
I think on Netflix probably
Yeah.
that
because
was sick.
a lot of people are discovering on Netflix now Community. Because I'm like, yo,
Hmm.
you never saw Community before, and everybody's like, I'm seeing people like, yo, the show is fucking great. I'm like, yo, you mad
Hmm.
late, bro.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been telling
where
people
were,
all the time, man.
where were you when the shit was airing and nobody was watching?
When it got canceled.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, Troy. Uh,
that's why it took so long because Donald Glover was doing Childish Gambino, so like I feel like they thought he was gonna say no, and then they did that live stream where they're like all like that Zoom call, whatever.
yeah, the table read.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think I think it could happen, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he got nothing going on right now either, so why not?
Yeah, just go
Like he
all out on
has
the comedic relief.
The Atlanta show, which is probably gonna be pushed back. So
Yeah.
when things start opening up again, a movie could be easy for everybody just to participate in.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll be easy to just bang out in like a couple months.
Yeah, like I said, they just have it as a Netflix thing. Like, of course we're
Yeah.
gonna fucking watch it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You
Why we
think they
can't?
could get Chevy Chase?
No.
Nah, he's done. He's dead. He's dead in the
Oh, he
show.
died?
Yeah,
Oh
In
no,
the
he
show.
did. Okay, okay. I was like, what? No, but didn't he have like a cameo in like one of the later seasons as like a spirit?
I think so. That's when
Oh
like
yeah, that's like
yeah,
a hologram.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's when him and Dan Harmon like kind of made up
Yeah.
because that they fucking burned that bridge.
Hmm.
I saw YouTube videos about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was one point like Dan Harmon's mad fucked up, like mad drunk, and he calls
Yeah.
Chevy Chase like during a Q&A, like that Chevy
Yeah.
Chase was tight, pissed and tight.
Hmm.
Like, yeah. But
He had no idea somebody would be recording.
yeah, but
Because, yeah. He's just
I
drunk.
heard he's kind of hard to work with anyway. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he
but
like
Pierce,
said something racist and shit.
yeah. But Pierce, man, he was a great character though.
He was, man. He was one of the best characters.
He really
Like,
was.
yo, that trampoline episode. Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
Yo. That ended when Troy realizes that guy was racist. Oh my god. He was racist.
And he flashed back to all the racist shit he said. And
Yeah, the swastika. It's a
yeah.
maze. It's gonna be a maze. Yo.
But I think the table read they're doing is the when they read Pierce's will.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah. So that's the one they doing. That's the one they're doing. While he's not, Jeff Chase is not in it.
Everybody gets a vial of sperm.
Okay.
Like the part where they get up to Troy and like it was like a really touching monologue, whatever. And it was like blah blah blah. I give you all this ship and everything, and he was just
Yeah.
sperm.
And then, yeah, that was Troy's last episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, Dan Harmon was like, Donna Glover was going on to bigger and better things. I wasn't gonna try to stop him from,
Yeah, of course not. And Dan Harmon, I think it was Dan Harmon who said that he felt that Community died after Troy left.
Yeah, I mean,
It kind of did. It was still
Yeah.
good afterwards.
but yeah, without because he left season 5, but he
Yeah.
was hardly in season. Like he was in like half of the, I think it was like the first half of season 5, and he left.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they just stayed to just do the 6 seasons, just to have that 6 seasons.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
No, because it was in the 6th season when it was like only on Hulu or something like that.
Yeah.
Yahoo Screen.
Yahoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. It was free, so I downloaded it and I just saw the last season on. Like
I liked it. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was good.
I like the dude, Jonathan Franks, that he was in. I think season 5, the old dude. That was
The black dude?
From Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Yeah, but then he left to do Better Call Saul the next season, and they got,
Yeah.
I think, the woman, right?
Yeah, she was
they
cool
all
too.
together.
Frankie.
Yeah, I mean, they were all great. It was good episodes, but it wasn't the same after a
Nah,
while.
it definitely wasn't the same.
This was either when they fired Dan Harmon and they brought him back and
Hmm.
fucked it up.
Yeah, the behind the scenes shit ruined everything.
But he got shit together. He got Rick and Morty, so he's
Yeah.
pretty much got free ticket to do anything he fucking wants now.
Mhm.
Rick and Morty has the community spirit.
Yeah,
It does.
but I think that's the reason why they even talking about doing a movie now, because of Rick and Morty. Because like, oh, we could bring this. We could do like, oh, you want to do a community movie? Like, yeah, just sign this deal for Netflix and we'll fucking do it for you right away.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty guy. Hell yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. Oh man, but I'm looking forward to that.
Hell yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
The prophecy will finally come true.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it finally happened. The world could finally end.
We need another great Troy and Albert moment
Oh yeah,
for the ages.
next to Troy and I bet you in lava.
Good shit. Oh man. Well, on that note, guys, it's time to end the podcast.
It most certainly is.
How much?
We are at 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Oh, fucking Joe Rogan numbers out here.
Yeah, right.
2 hours max now. For those watching on Twitch, thanks for sticking with us at this late hour.
Thanks, yo.
You.
And
Whoever's out there.
like always, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and we're just a couple assholes with some opinions. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Peace.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.